I missed a connection. So this is the fully finished 4-bit adder circuit, and while it is giving some pretty decently accurate results in the beginning for small additions, it is largely giving inaccurate answers because the LEDs are randomly turning on and off, and different LEDs or the wrong LEDs are turning on. So unfortunately, this is mostly due to the loose wiring in the circuit, more specifically the weak wire tips and loose breadboard clips. So because of that, you have to kind of hold on the wires to get the LEDs to light up. So let's just see that exactly. So when I input a number of, okay, by the way, I didn't even do anything yet, and the LEDs are already flickering. So if I hold it like this, they are not. So it's very loose wiring. Again, just have to kind of play around with the wiring to get the exact, yeah. So when I input a very small number of just give me a second. Yeah, so when I input a small number of when I input a very small number, let's say 1,000,000 plus 4 zeros, it's supposed to be giving 1,000,000, but as you can see, due to some loose connections, I didn't even input it yet. The LEDs, some LEDs are already turning on. So once I input it, and like maybe, yeah, fix the wiring a bit. Yeah, so now that I fixed the wiring, you can see 1 followed by 3 zeros. Let me just make it a bit clear. 1 followed by 3 zeros is appearing. Now if I put 110, it's supposed to be giving 110. Let's just try again. It's flickering. Yeah, it's flickering the LED. Yes, so now 3 LEDs are turning on instead of 2, which is supposed to be the answer of 1. It's supposed to be the answer to the thing. Just a second. Okay, so as you can see, this LED is blinking on and off, and these two are very lightly turned on, which is supposed to be the answer because, okay, so it's not supposed to be the answer. So this problem could be due to mismatched wires somewhere within the circuit. So that is an additional problem to the loose wiring. Yeah, unfortunately. Okay, so now the answer is coming as 1,1,0,0,0, and it's supposed to be 00. They could be in the same thing in binary. Okay, so since it's okay, so 1,1,0,0,0 and 1,1,00 are not the same thing in binary due to the trailing 0. So this technically, this LED is supposed to be off, and this is supposed to be on, and this is supposed to be off. So, or this should be off, and if you go from this side, it should be coming as 1,1,00. So this LED needs to be off, but for some reason it is staying brightly lit under. Okay, so I just adjusted it for a second. You could have seen the 1,1,00 for just a second. Yes, so 1,1,00 is now coming. as you can see. So this is mostly plagued by loose connections, but it does seem to work under some situations and some inputs. Now if I change the input again to, as you can see, the dip switch is very loose. So 1100 with 100, 1000, the typical answer would be, the actual answer is supposed to be something along the lines of this LED lighting up, this LED lighting up, this LED lighting up, and everything else being off. So if we try to adjust the wiring to get that result, so we got the first one. No, I'm trying to adjust the wiring so the LEDs are flickering a lot. Quite the opposite result. So one LED kind of successfully lit up, I guess. But now the first LED is not lighting up. Yeah, so technically this LED is also supposed to light up, or this LED is supposed to light up to make the correct answer pattern. But for some reason, it seems to not be lighting up. And when I adjust the resistor positions, the LED keeps flickering. Okay, giving kind of the opposite result. So I just took out the resistor, try to put it back again. Okay, so despite readjusting the resistor, the answer that is appearing seems to be the opposite of what we need. So once again, could be mismatched wiring or loose wiring that is highly prevalent throughout this circuit. Okay, so here is the fully finished 4-bit adder circuit powered by an Arduino Uno, which is right here. So the main thing about this adder circuit is that while it is sometimes giving decently accurate results, most of the time it is subject to random LED blinkings due to loose wiring or mismatched connections, and in loose wiring specifically due to weak wiring tips and loose breadboard clips. So every time I'm kind of forced to hold down the components, wires, or tweak the resistors positions to see it light up and successfully work. So I'll just have a demonstration of that. So it's powering up. Yeah, so the circuit is properly powered up. The Arduino is working. And I didn't input anything, but sometimes the LEDs constantly flicker whenever I don't even do anything yet. I think right now if I even change the connections even a little bit, they would. Just goes to show how loose the wiring is. Anyway, so if I start by inputting a very simple thing of 1000 plus 0000, it's supposed to give me a value of, it's supposed to give me the exact same thing. So 1000 and then followed by 3 zeros. So let's just try that. Okay, just a second. As you can see, it is not giving me that. It's just a random return right now. But once I connect it a bit properly, yeah, so I had to hold down the component a bit and like tweak the resistors. Now it's giving 1,000, which is the original answer. If I try again with with a with a 1100 plus 4 zeros, the answer is supposed to be as it is, which is 1100. But as you can see, there's 3 LEDs lighting up. There should only be 2. So that is a bit of a problem here. And if I tweak the circuit a bit or maybe hold down the wires, generally it is gonna work for a while. So once I try doing that, it should be a bit better. Okay, for some odd reason it is not coming no matter how much readjustments I make. But sometimes it does come. With a few more tweaks, which I kind of got that a while back when tweaking this. Okay. Yes. So as you can see, it's coming kind of the answer, which is 1100. You can ignore the 5th LED because it's not being taken into consideration. But the orientation is a bit mismatched. It's supposed to be coming from the other side, and now that I let go of it, the other LED is turning back on. So once I again maybe tightly press that in a bit more. Maybe reconnect this. So similar results. So sometimes the orientation is mismatched, or the circuit itself, the connections could be a bit mismatched. But the main problem with loose wiring or not improper wiring is that there'll be the presence of floating voltages, which can either be taken as 1 or 0 at random times by the logic gate chips. And because of that, it can either cause the LED to turn on or off randomly. So that's one big problem with this. Doing it on a breadboard exactly is a bit tedious, and there's a huge risk of improper connections and faulty wiring. So if I just reconnect this, maybe if I re-enter the numbers. So I didn't even do anything yet, but as you can see, the random LEDs are flashing. Okay, so now it seems to be giving me the answer from the opposite side, the left side. As you can see, these LEDs are on, but usually at the beginning it was coming from here. So the orientation itself is also being mismatched sometimes, which is also an issue that could happen, I guess.